Hey guys, it's Azurite here. Um, so I thought I'd give some insight into how I made that Sonic fan game from a while ago. So, let's go ahead and start up the game. This is a mock-up that I've made over the past couple of weeks, just to kind of breathe some life back into it. So, as you can see, yeah, Sonic's red, but all the animations were done by me, and there was some model tests that I did as well. But it's running on the Sonic Realms engine, so yeah, so you can stop saying that I've done the coding myself, because there hasn't really been any coding done. It's been the easiest thing ever. So yeah, this is just a little mock-up that I made of Splash Hill Zone Act 1 using some Sonic Generations assets, and there's the double thing. So there are some improvements that need to be made to this, obviously, and I don't know if it's going to become a full game yet. But I'll just kind of show you guys how I was able to achieve this. So it kind of works like this. Sonic Realms starts off on a 2D plane. Everything's 2D, but I go ahead and add some 3D models, but I'm giving them 2D colliders. So as you can see here, this flat plane here, this one here, there's a 2D box collider on it, with the terrain tag here. And that means when Sonic walks along it, he'll collide with this. And stuff like this are the same deal, but they have click on it. I think I was a bit lazy and I put one box collider for the whole platform, but they have a ledge collider, so that means they're only solid from the top. So if we go ahead and get Sonic, one sec, should be here. There we go. The model is designed to collide with that kind of stuff, and that's how the general engine works, and that's how you create levels using this. So let's go ahead and look at some of the animations. So I've just used the predefined Sonic Realms animations, but I've kind of added my own, like the falling animation, for instance. So all of these were animated in Unity, painstakingly frame by frame. Well, not really frame, but you can see how it's done. Same with the walking animation. It's all done in Unity. And this Sonic model is from Super Smash Bros. So, it's quite expressive. It's very expressive, in fact. And as you can see, I believe... yeah, you can pull some pretty expressive poses, like the Sonic Adventure pose, and other things like that. Oh, I messed up there. But yeah, there's a lot of things. Oh, heck. There's a lot of things you can do with this Sonic model, and that's why it's my Sonic model of choice when I'm making games like this. As you can see, this may be a bit of an but this is how the level background's done, by putting a water plane below. I haven't been able to put like the sky yet, so that's just a thing. But yeah, there are a lot of features in Sonic Realms that I haven't actually utilized yet in the main Sonic games that I've been making. I haven't really taken much use of the menu stuff. There are a lot of prefabs that can be used. Like if I go to item, there are a bunch of item boxes which I haven't really used. The Sonic 3 elemental shields are here. I tried using them, but it hasn't really worked. Yeah. There are a lot of stuff. There are the shields, of course. Different kinds of rings. There's the spikes, of course. And there's the Sonic 2 springboard. And there are lots of different things, like this spring here. I got it from Sonic Generations 3DS. Made my own animation for it, so when it's hit, you'll see it has this kind of springing animation. And there are a lot of stuff like when, hold on, the jump ball animation as well. It's all done by swapping in and out models. So, Sonic's model, there's a, hold on. So when he's running, it enables the, these things to start spinning. And that's how the running animation's done. And the reason why there are two Sonic models is, these arms are not from this Sonic model. I've used the arms from the Sonic Unleashed model because they're predefined arms. So you'll see when it's, let's go to the idle animation. So it looks really bad like this, but in 2D it looks somewhat acceptable. There we go, let's focus in on that. So let's say I swap out the hands. If I get rid of the this one here and swap it out for this one, as you can see, the hand changes. And I think we should probably leave it with that because it looks quite nice. There. So that's the idle animation. And it's little things like this that make it so much more expressive when animating Sonic. So, the rolling animation. Roll. Just need to play it. The rolling animation is just the jump ball with a glowing orb around it. But it looks a lot different when it's in practice. And that's because of a particle engine that I've got off the asset store. As you can see, when Ronic jumps, that happens, but also, there are little particles, if you can see really closely. Let's get into the center view. Yeah, anti-aliasing doesn't exist. But yeah, when he jumps, it's like a fire in front of you. You can see there's little cloud particles coming up as well. There are a lot of animations that need to be tweaked here. Like the falling animation is very hard to implement because I'm not too sure how the animation engine works. As you can see, that was an attempt at creating the fall animation. But it kind of goes like this. So, if I select it, these are the base animations. The special animations, flashing, and when it flips to forward and back in the physics. Now, these physics will actually affect Ronic, and I don't know why the physics are in here and not in a script file, because the ones in the script file don't really work. But, yeah, the falling animation's here. So, I've kind of implemented this with the same parameters that this has. So, if it's like... So, if he's below a certain thingy, airspeed less, grounded force, rolling force, he will go into the falling animation from the idle animation. So that's how that's achieved. But it's really simple. All it is replacing sprites with 3D models and then giving it its own animation. Like this. It's just a spinning circle. I can easily get a 3D model of this and put it on and just have the Sonic Generations one where it just flips up. It's quite easy. And it depends. There's a lot of creativity you can do with this. I have loads of assets that I've kind of ripped from various Sonic games. Like, see this Zones folder? This is the Sonic Generations 3DS model thingies. So if I go ahead and find some stuff, yeah, there's a bit of Green Hill Zone, there's some Casino Night, Emerald Hill, all that stuff, Mushroom Hill, wait no, Emerald Coast I mean, can't speak. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, so if I wanted to recreate Radical Highway, I could, because I have all the zone pieces from it. So, and there are some other stuff, because, I have all of the Sonic 4 textures as well. So all of the Splash Hill Zone, this Abomination, etc. Now this water texture is kind of a prototype. It looks really but that's because I haven't got any of the cool shaders that really go with it. But this was just a mock-up that I made in a week just to mess around with Unity a bit. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've been working on here. There's a logo that I designed for this, which you've probably seen before. And wait, what is this? Ooh, Secret Zone. Yeah, I feel like this was just I made Neo Green Hill Zone. It says Sylvania Castle, that's because it was planning to be something else, but I used some of the stuff from Emerald Coast to make this. Hold on. So if I go into scenes and then test zone, it will load it up as it was. So it was a little stage that I made just to show off some concepts that I was working on, because Neo Green Hill. So it still says Sylvania Castle, that's because the title cards are a bit oofed, but here's the bubble shield in action. The springs are a bit messed up. That's a bit of a glitch. I don't know why that happens. But as you can see, that's how the loops work as well. It's a thing called path swapping. So with the loop, it's kind of just I've used different. Where's the polygons for the loop? I'm not sure where I put them, but it uses different boxes for different stuff. It's not on here. I can't really show it on here. One sec. So let's get Splash Hill Zone back up. Go over to a loop. So, as you can see, there's a polygon collider that kind of wraps around the edge, and that's on layer 1. And there's another one on layer 2, but there's also a third one on the default layer, so when Sonic's transitioning between the two layers, he'll keep his footing, otherwise he'll fall off. And that's kind of just to stop it from bugging out. There are a lot of workarounds that I've done before to get certain stuff to work, which in turn do break a lot of things. Like there is a glitch with the water system, so if I get water, this is why the original one got a bit corrupted, because the water system went a bit bugged. So let's get a water prefab. I think that's one. Nope. Is there no water? There we go. This may look a bit... that's because it's chemical plant water. But this will show off what I'm trying to say with these. So let's go ahead and run over to the... Okay, that's a thing. But yeah. Failing at my own game. Okay, so let's go to the water and I'll demonstrate what the glitch is. And I'm not too sure how to solve it, because I'm not really good at this kind of stuff. I'm kind of just good at throwing a bunch of assets together and just seeing what happens, because mostly what I've done is the placement and the animating. The code is none of mine. So there's the water. As you can see, Sonic has water physics. It's a bit flashy, that's because it's a bit but when Sonic jumps out, it's not doing it now, but in certain versions of Sonic Realms, yeah, there we go. Sonic gets an insane amount of height just from jumping out in the water. And it doesn't seem to take into account the springs and stuff like that. So when Sonic jumps out, it's like, wow, that's pretty high. Well, I'm sure this can be easily solved. But that's just how this works. Let's go ahead and remove this water. So that's basically that kind of stuff. It's very easy to build zones. So once you get Sonic Realms, you'll be thrown into like the test zone. It's really easy to replace the Sonic sprite with a 3D model, because the sprite thing is still here. Look, if I enable it, you'll still see the Sonic sprite. But it's just the fact of adding a Sonic model in there. There's also the particle smoke, which gets... I'm not sure how to play it, but when Sonic runs, it kind of plays it. But that's how that's done. So if you want to go ahead and make your own 2D Sonic game, use Sonic Realms, and I hope that this tutorial, this little showcase here, kind of helps you understand how I've done this. It's really, really simple. There's also a menu, which kind of a prototype meme menu that I've made. Over here. So let's not save this because I've messed it up a bit. So I kind of wanted to use Radical Highway. Kind of made a little mock-up of that. So if you go ahead and play this, yeah, it's a very, very buggy prototype, and I wasn't meant to show this to anyone, but you can kind of see that it has a little menu. And I'm not sure how to navigate. There we go, you press D. So yeah, it just has the file select screen, that kind of stuff. And when you start a game, it gives you the option to start a game, and stuff like that. So it's a very simple menu. But it shows that even the smallest things can create so much. Because this engine it's a very powerful Sonic engine. It follows the physics of Sonic 3 and Knuckles quite well, so if you're looking for Sonic 4 physics or something like that, then that isn't going to be offered here. Pretty much just a recreation of Sonic 3. Well, at least the engine. So yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this showcase. That's a wide Ronic. I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase, and it helps you to make your own Sonic fan game. See you guys in the next vid.